Hey everybody, Five Finger Shuffle, and we are back with another video. We're back today with another The Best video. Today we're going to touch on the Dino Kids. If you didn't see the first one, we went through all the Astromancers and basically decided which one we thought was the best, and then showed you some gameplay after. So let's start with the Dino Kids, and we'll start this one off with the Fire one. So I feel like the Fire one's probably the worst one. He has the worst skill set out of all of them, and he's he's a fire unit, so let's go through them anyway. The blowgun slash chomp, basically what it does is the same for all of them. Is it Vyro, the little guy on top of the dino, will shoot an enemy with his blowgun from a distance, but if the enemy is too close, then the dinosaur will bite it instead, and that would ignore defense. So it's kind of nice if the enemy gets too close. You know you have an ignore defense to kind of fend them off, because he's not overly tanky, but it's nice to know you have that sort of safety net. The second skill is also the same with all of them. A close range headbutt from the dinosaur that damages the target enemy and knocks it away, and it also stuns when the enemy lands, which is really nice. Both those skills are the same for all 5 of them. The third skill though, Toxic Dart, this one deals damage and inflicts mortal wounds. And then Get 'em unleashes a mighty roar and a wide cone, damages and marks enemies. Bonus damage dealt based on max HP. So I feel like these 2 skills are the worst of the skills that you can get for the Dino Kids. The nice thing about the headbutt is that it instantly resets Toxic Dart, so you can sort of spam Toxic Dart, which is really nice. But with the Mortal Wounds, I just don't see much use for him, at least not yet. So moving on to the next one is the Water one. The Water one, still same thing, the Blowgun and Chomp, the Headbutt, and the Tranquilizing Dart with the slow. This one has slow and lowers attack speed with the Tranquilizing Dart, which is a little bit better. And then the Ferocious Roar, the ultimate, is much better. The Fear debuff is incredible, and it's an AoE Fear debuff, which is really, really nice. It can be good for maybe arena defense or arena offense. Maybe not arena offense if you're trying to nuke it, but maybe if it's a team that you don't think you can beat, that could be helpful. Maybe also in Blitz. So I kind of like this skill set. It's much better than the Fire one, but again, I think we can even get better than that. Next one we're going to look at is the Light one. Same thing, ignores defense, stuns, slows and lowers attack speed on Tranquilizing Dart, and has Fear as for Ferocious Roar. So his skill set is the exact same as the Water one, but he's a Light Dark unit, which means he's element neutral. So if you have the choice between the Light one or the Water one, then I would definitely pick the Light one, especially for arena offense. Or for Blitz. I mean, if you're in like a hard stage of Blitz and you're facing all nature units and you try and bring the Water Dino Kid in there, you're not going to make it. So having that element neutral is really nice. The fourth one is Graz and Thunk, which is the one I actually built. I chose to build him even though he doesn't have the best of the ultimates. So he has the same thing with the first skill. The Headbutt is still the stun. The Paralyzing Dart has a stun as well. So he'll stun and reset another stun skill so he can stun again, which is really nice. And the Get 'em skill has the Mark debuff though instead of the Fear debuff. So he has the better of the one that gets reset, the Paralyzing Dart, but he has the worst of the Get 'em skills, or whatever the other one's called. Which means there's only one unit with the best of all these skills, and that's the Nature one, actually. There you go. Zoc and Rar. So the Nature one, still same thing, ignore defense, stun, but then has the Paralysis Dart, which stuns, and the Ferocious Roar, giving the Fear debuff. So I feel like the Nature one has the best kit. You can still choose to build probably either the Light or the Dark one, even though that one of these, Paralyzing Dart or Ferocious Roar, each is different. Just because they're Light Dark units, so if you prefer to build a Light Dark that's element neutral, then go with either of those. If you just purely want the best kit, then the Nature one is I feel like anyway, the best one of the bunch. So let's go back and we're gonna test him out. I only have the dark one built. I'm gonna actually show you his gear first. Well, I'll show you the skill ups. He's not fully skilled. His first skill is, second skill needs 1 more, paralysis dart needs 3 more, and get him also needs 3 more. So he's still got, I got some work left to do on him. The gear I have him on is dazzling and keen, which is kind of a weird combination. Also I have him on attack speed, HP, and attack. Ideally, I'd like to change out this attack speed, but I don't have anything to put in for it just yet. All my best dazzling gear is on other units. So he's going to stay like this for now. He does have a decent amount of HP, 36, yeah, 37k HP, 1300 attack with 76% crit rate. And I don't have a crit rate piece of gear on there, so I'm pretty happy with that, considering he's on all 5-star plus 12 gear. He could be way better, especially if we had him on like a crit damage build. Would be better probably. Like a HP crit damage attack build would probably be optimal. I just don't have the gear for that yet. So let's come over to Widow. I don't normally run him in my Widow team, but just for this video we're going to try him out. So we probably don't need the Naga in there, so let's it's maybe a little too risky. Let's put the Snake Lady in there. So he really doesn't do much for Widow. You can use him if you are building him and you just need another unit. He'll help you with the wave clears. It'll make it really, the wave clearing really reliable just because of all the stuns. Any of them actually probably will do that, because either they're going to have the stuns or the fear or whatever. So you're not going to have to worry too much about the waves. It just doesn't. He won't do too much on the boss. So make sure you have, like, we have double Snake Ladies and Manas in here with tons of ongoing damage. So that should make it at least a decent clear time. It's not going to be a speed clear time by any means, but it should be fine. Where I really would think he's going to be useful is when Guild Wars come out. I feel like we already know there's going to be new content coming in the next couple of weeks, and we already also know that it's going to be significantly harder than what's already in the game. So I feel like having units with a lot of crowd control is going to be really helpful, especially in things like Blitz. It's already helpful if you're having a hard time through Blitz. Then throwing a Dino Kid in there can be really nice, especially if you just build them tanky with a bunch of healers. You should have no problems. So we're on to the boss. It runs a little bit slow just because it took us so long to clear the waves, but I mean, still the boss is melting relatively quick. Keep in mind that we're going to look at the damage report, and his damage won't be that high just because he doesn't have crit damage. But some sort of a crit damage build would, and I think on a hybrid build would be really nice. So a minute 18, not too bad. Sell that. Get rid of this. Now let's look at the damage report. So he only did 108k damage, which is behind the Snake Ladies, which is kind of expected, especially considering his build. But you can have him obviously built much different if you want to build him on attack build for dungeons, or if you want him purely a tank build for like for Blitz or something like that. And I also think Guild Wars is going to be somewhere where like him along with some of the other units are going to become really useful. So let's see what else we can find here. I want to check, oops. Let's see if we can test him out in Arena. So let's come over to Arena. Let's refresh this and see what we got. So feel like he may not be overly successful against that team. We're gonna have a really tough time killing the nature greater demon. So let's see if we can find something a little easier. Here, let's try this one. So the idea here is, with this guy putting up the shield, hopefully the R Greater Demon can strip the shield. Ginger Sweet can defense break, and then also, along with Graz and Thunk here, can kill this Blade Master, Rasha, and then we'll focus Rhoda right after that. So this is a very high damage comp we're facing, so it's a little bit risky, but hopefully it works. The nice thing is having all these stuns is we don't need any type of heal or immunity or anything like that, because hopefully they're just stunned the whole time. So we focus the Blade Master, pull her in, she's dead. We can focus Rhoda now. And we're just waiting for the Archangel to die. So same thing. Focus the Blade Master right away. You got lots of CC in here. You see 3 of those units were stunned. We're actually going to ignore the Archangel, just kill Rhoda first. And relatively easy. 10-12 second runs. Not too bad. And let's see the damage report again. Keep in mind that he will be able to do much more damage. So, yeah, he didn't do much damage, 68k damage, but those stuns at the beginning were really helpful. He locked down the team. They did nothing to us at all. We have 2 really squishy damage dealers in there. Well, he's not that squishy, actually. He's got almost 40k HP, but Ginger Sweet is really squishy, and they didn't even get a hit on us with both Rhoda and the Blade Master in there. So that CC is really what locked them down. I know a lot of people right now, they're not using CC because they can just nuke it, but as things get more difficult, having that CC is going to be really, really helpful. What I do want to do is let's jump in here and see if we have any reps with the nature one, just in case. I honestly haven't looked. I should have looked before I started the video, but let's just see if we have the nature one on our friend list here. Oops. I don't know why you can't scroll down through those. No. I was hoping we had the nature one and someone had built one, but it doesn't look like anybody's building them. So again, they're not the most overpowered units, but especially with the skill set of the nature one, with the stun on paralysis dart and the ferocious roar having the fear debuff, I think it can be really, really useful. I wouldn't sleep on these units. I wouldn't feed them. I would definitely consider building one. Either the light one, the dark one, or the nature one. The other 2 maybe save as skill ups, but I definitely wouldn't sleep on these units. I think they have a lot of potential. If you want to come join us on Twitch, I'm streaming all the time now. The Twitch handle is the same name as YouTube. Visit us at twitch.tv/fivefingershuffle. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, tell your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.